This video is for collectors over the age of 13. Today, Shmoomin has chosen Dark of the Moon Leader Class Shockwave from Studio Series. And boy, this figure is big, detailed, and that's about it. This character is a hulking beast with an extremely detailed overall design and a really detailed head sculpt, as you can see now. Accessory! Shockwave includes his hose and blade as his actual accessories that mount on the figure. However, he also includes a parachuter, SS brains, and SS wheelie, but they don't mount on the figure at all. The blade is made of rubber, like a lot of the sharp pieces on him, and simply plugs into his arm via 5mm port. The hose has one 5mm side and one diamond side. The diamond side can only plug into Shockwave's back. It's pretty difficult to get it in there. It's kind of a pain, but eventually you can get it in there. And then the other side of the hose is 5mm, but still really can only plug into the ports on Shockwave's arm. And the hose, if it wasn't obvious, is also rubber. And that kind of completes Shockwave's look overall. Comparisons! Here is Shockwave next to Dark of the Moon Q, Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, Dark of the Moon Soundwave, and Dark of the Moon Hatchet. Pretty good scale. Articulation! Despite being Shockwave, this figure is also very posable. Shockwave doesn't usually hit very dynamic poses, and this design looks very cluttered, but it's pretty posable. So first of all, on the back, he has these thruster pieces, and they are articulated. So the top two swivel at an angle, and the bottom one just swivels up and down. The head is on a ball joint, so it can rotate all the way around. A little bit of head tilt, but Shockwave doesn't show emotion, so that's fine. He can look up all the way. And even though it's a little ugly, he has this plate that his head sits on, so he can look down, but it does look a little odd. But there is Shockwave's head. His arm, I'm going to go over both arms because they're different. This arm can go all the way around. It can go out. There's a bicep rotation. A little bit under 90, it looks like, at the elbow, and his hand can swivel a little bit. This arm, the joint cannot go all the way around because of the hose, but you can move it pretty much all you want. There's a bicep rotation, a bit more than 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, and then this finger can swivel. He has no waist due to how he transforms. Legs can kick forward, legs can kick back. Now my copy does have some loose legs. I think that's common though. He has thigh rotation. It can't really rotate this way that much, but it can rotate that way to reveal a bunch of detail. He has a more than 90 degree bend at the knee, and you can move this knee pad to cover the gap. And then when you move to straighten his leg out again, the knee pad will automatically straighten itself. I like that. The feet can go forward, you can extend them, they can go back, and there is a pretty good ankle tilt. Also, is it just me, or do his feet kind of look like sea snails? Like, that looks like a sea snail. Yeah, this man is a beast. Transformation! Shockwave's transformation is fairly simple, honestly. You're going to want to leave this off just so it's not as cluttered when you're doing it, but you can leave all the accessories on. I'm going to leave this hose on, though. So what you're going to start by doing is coming to the back, and you're going to straighten out the booster pieces. Then you can unlatch each of the shoulders from the chest and extend the backpack piece. Now we can just put his head up, and his legs will also just detach, kind of like if you have concept art Megatron, kind of like that, but a bit more sturdy, like that, okay? Then we can rotate his quote-unquote heels around, like so, and then just straighten out his feet. And that's pretty much the legs till we've got the arms done. Now, we're going to come up to this piece, and the piece will flip up. And now we can bring his legs kind of like down. Bring the arms out, and the backpack will tab into the 3mm port on his butt. So just get that in there. Now the legs can come around and they will tab into the side of his chest, just like so, to give him the sides of a tank kind of thing. See that? Then we can take the arms and we'll rotate. We're going to start with this arm into place, and there's a slot on it, and we'll just tab into his back like so. And then the same thing you'll do with the turret arm. So you're going to bring it up into place, and then it will tab in to the main body. And finally, you're going to take this back panel and just tab it into the shoulders. And there you have the mess that is Shockwave's tank mode. It's pretty incoherent. That is a weird-looking tank, but I mean, he never appeared in the movie Transformed, so I can't blame them. More comparisons! That's my Shockwave impression. Here we have Shockwave next to Dark of the Moon Studio Series Q. Here he is next to Age of Extinction Optimus Prime. Here he is next to Studio Series Dark of the Moon Soundwave. And finally, here he is next to Studio Series Dark of the Moon Hatchet. So he's still a pretty big guy in tank mode as well. Conclusion! So yeah, this figure's pretty cool. I got him personally because I'm a pretty big Bayverse fan and didn't have a real good Shockwave in my collection because I missed out on the Bumblebee movie one and Siege. I really want Siege Shockwave. So I picked him up, and I'm really happy I picked him up. So if you're willing to drop $55, go ahead. Though be warned, he does have rubber, so I'm a little nervous he'll eat himself, but that's just a worry. He might be fine. Welcome, you made it to the end of the video. If you watched this whole video, you probably enjoyed the video, so you should show that by liking the video. I don't have comments yet for some reason, but when I do have comments, comment down below. And subscribe for more Transformers reviews. I have a review every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a short every Tuesday and Thursday. So if you're interested, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in my next video.